You saw the same thing happen with when Clinton came to power, because the same thing that happened with that. I mean, look at NAFTA. Great example. Who negotiated NAFTA? And who signed NAFTA into law?
Republicans.
It was George H.W. Bush.
Yep.
Bush was the first. As soon as Clinton took over, people started criticizing NAFTA. That stinking Clinton with that NAFTA, yada, yada, yada. It's the same thing.
Don't think anything happened to it when Republicans held the House, Senate, and presidential palace.
Yeah. 458-TALK is the number. We go on to the next call. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, this is Al.
Al, what's on your mind?
Well, I've been reading my Constitution like you guys have been saying, and under Article 1, Section 1, Inherent Rights, it says that the Constitution is dedicated to the principles that all persons have natural right to liberty, life, pursuit of happiness, and enjoyment of their own rewards of their own industry. Now, you guys were talking about licensing. Underneath state statute, it says an application for licenses for the privilege of engaging in a business in the state. And so what that leads me to is, all business, anybody engaging in a nonprofit or profit, engaging in for trade or services or profession or activity with the goal of receiving financial benefit, what that's saying is anybody that's worked or employed by anybody needs a business license.
That's right, because it is a privilege, not a right.
Now, I want to get that word correct. You're telling me that the state regulation actually talks about the privilege of doing business?
No, not a regulation. This is statute by our legislators.
So it is a law that has been passed by our elected representatives and senators.
That's right. It says for a privilege of engaging in business. Then if you read what the definition of a business is, just like I said, anybody doing anything with the goal of receiving financial benefit needs a business license. So how can an employee not be exempt from having a business license? Yeah, I'm trading my carpentry skills for wages.
Right. Well, I think that's what your taxpayer ID number is. It's like
your Social Security number.
Right. Yep.
Al, thank you.
That's for paying taxes, but do you need a business license?
Well, I think like you as an individual, like every financial transaction you make is done under your Social Security number, which also didn't used to exist. And I think that is you represented as an entity transacting in business. I think that's how they tax your income.
No, that's not true, because I also, as a trapper, I'm catching furs and I'm selling them. According to the state, I need a business license underneath trapping and hunting.
Yeah, for certain businesses, but like the income tax itself never actually authorized the power to tax individuals. The Supreme Court ruled on that several times, and so there's some speculation that the way that they tax individuals on income, you're saying how can you work as an individual without having a license then, is that the license is implicit when you fill out a income tax form and put your Social Security number on it.
But you're not getting it. It says anybody, any person engaging in nonprofit or for-profit with the goal of receiving financial benefit needs a business license.
I feel like we're moving in circles here just a little bit, Al, but I really appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much. 458-TALK is the number. Good morning, caller. Who's this? This is
John
Hey, John. This is Patriot's Lament. What's on your problem? What's on your mind today?
What's on your problem?
Hey, what's your problem?
Yeah, I got lots of them, but I'll keep it short. Basically, I wanted to address the idea of your individual rights and where they come from. A lot of I agree with the preposition that they come from God. I mean, I'm with that concept, but similarly, I think one can also look outside that or that preposition for a basis for that. It's basically a question of civilization. In other words, if an individual inherently has no rights, then essentially we are, it can be taken by governments, and therefore there is no civilization at all. And for a comparison, you've heard a lot of talk about the support of Israel and so forth, and people say, oh, well, Christians are out doing that because of, end times arguments and so forth and that what have you. But basically their rights, just like any individual, let's say, in our society, you have to get behind those because it is a question of civilization. I mean, that country is basically the Hadrian's Wall of the West, if you will. Beyond it, civilization ends. And if you can't do that for, a country, in support as individuals, not necessarily, the nation state and all of that, of course, you can't do that for individuals either. So basically, that's really what makes us civilized versus, barbaric savages, that we respect each other's civil rights and abide by those rules and don't find ways around them like the licensing that the folks were just talking about. I mean, that's an extension of a person's property, one's business, or one's life for that matter. And for a state to usurp that and say, oh, you have to have a license for this privilege, it's just another example of a barbaric practice, uncivilized disrespect for one's fellow individuals. So I'll leave it at that and pat that around all you like.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the phone call. 458-TALK is the number. This is Patriot's Lament. We go on to the next call. Good morning.
Hi, this is Randy.
Hey, Randy, what's on your mind today?
Well, I was happy to hear Aaron last Monday say that he does believe in limited government, kind of as outlined in the Constitution, and he's not an anarchist, and I was happy to hear that. I get the impression that Dave Giesel is not, from our discussions, Dave, for any kind of government, but except very localized, fractionalized government or something. But I was wondering, Aaron, if you are for limited government, and that would imply representatives, elected representatives, but since you dislike Republicans and Democrats, when you vote, and I did hear you one time say that you do vote, do you only vote for candidates that are independent and not part of parties, or how do you do that?
Well, first I'd like to make the comment that this show is intent is to steer away from party politics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I know that's all you like to talk about. Maybe those conversations are better on Monday or something. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, in our little ad for this and on the party, we could care less about party politics. I could care less about Republicans or Democrats. The only thing I care about is individual freedom and liberty. And to say that one party or the other is going to achieve that goal is it's not true. It's a non-issue. To think that one person or 10 people are going to change the federal government, the empire, you're wrong. Anyone who thinks that, you're wrong. It's not going to happen because the empire is a beast all of its own. It doesn't care who is in power because it has entities within itself that control and grow and grow and grow no matter who is in power. You have the same people that are there all the time, consuming. Government cannot exist without consuming. And where does it consume? It consumes our labor.
To answer your question, I will answer your question.
I've been asked to point out who's speaking. That was Joshua just speaking. Now it's Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron. Government is?
All I want to answer his question. Do you believe, Randy, that I have the right to write in?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, I write in Ron Paul and everything.
Well, he's a Republican, though.
That's
we don't
fine.
care.
I care less.
I say congratulations to Sharon Sisna for what she's doing against the TSA. And
what? She's a Democrat. What are you thinking?
Fantastic.
If I wasn't writing in Ron Paul, I would write in Dennis.
Dennis Kucinich?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
I'm not kidding.
Now, further proof that Aaron Bennett must be crazy. There you have it.
Oh, by the way, on NAFTA, George H.W. Bush did work out NAFTA and signed it ceremoniously with the Prime Minister of Canada and the leader of Mexico, but it actually was not passed into law by George H.W. Bush. That had to happen when Clinton came into office with the Democratic.
Randy, you're missing the point.
How could Bush have signed something if it hadn't been passed by Congress?
Well, the Congress has to approve it, and so it did not become law until the Clinton administration.
And the Republicans repealed it in 2001?
No, but one interesting...
No, the Republicans were in power when Clinton was in power.
Well, actually, it was a Democratic-controlled Congress until...
Did the Republicans repeal it?
No, they did not repeal it, but Ted Stevens, a Republican, tried to get some of the bad stuff that Clinton tried to put in and was able to put into it, extraneous stuff.
I think Josh said it best.
We're up against
the
the clock.
bureaucracies never change.
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate the phone call. It's always fun. Fox News right now. You've got it on Patriot's Lament on KFAR.
Fairbanks is listening to Fox News on Local Talk Radio, KFAR. Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Casey Anthony just hours away from getting out of jail. The
Florida woman received death threats from people angry she was acquitted in her daughter's death.
Protests are planned here at the jail starting this afternoon into tomorrow, protesting her release.
Fox's Casey Stiegel in Orlando. When she walks, it'll be witnessed by 3 journalists.
They will have no Blackberries, no iPhones, no internet access. So the exact time of the release is not publicized, and we will not see it happen live. This is obviously to avoid people chasing her down on the road and following her, because no one knows where the 25-year-old is headed next.
And in Women's World Cup soccer, Sweden topping France 2-1.
It's Sweden in the yellow shirts who win bronze in Germany.
That on ESPN. The U.S. plays Japan tomorrow for the title. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Go ahead, blow off some steam. Get it off your chest. We'll listen. Talk about it on KFAR 660 AM.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up.
Steve?
Say goodbye.
Yeah, John.
I think you hit the wrong button.
But the dawn is
No, I didn't. Playing music coming back into the break here.
This is Patriot's Lament, not Lover's Lament.
I'm in the mood for some Peter, Paul, and Mary. Give me a break here.
All right, then I have to. I'm going to sing.
Yeah? We're all going to sing together?
Feel free.
Kiss me and tell me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me
all right.
I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know about.
Okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
My little girls like that song.
Oh, that song or this song? They like both of them?
Yeah. This one more than the other one.
Some people you can never please. You might as well just let them be. They want everything not there from their imaginary throne. But I won't bow down even if the whole world thinks I'm crazy. Hey, this song's for us, so put your hands in the air if you're crazy like us. Hey, that's freedom you hear, coming right to your ear. That's the sound from our bus. Hey.
All right. This song is for us if you're crazy like us. That's Super Chick, by the way. Thank you, Josh, for bringing that music to my attention. All right. This is Patriot's Lament, and obviously a couple of the things that we're lamenting here in terms of the TSA, the business licenses, the woman who groped back after she got groped. Did we actually talk about that yet on the air today or not?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. So many things go through my head sometimes. I can't even keep a list on them all. But one of the other issues, bringing it right back to Fairbanks, it's actually making my mind explode today, and I wanted to get your take on this, is this new voter initiative that's being presented right now. They've got it looks like they did get enough signatures. It's going to be on the ballot here in October, that we get to vote once again as to whether or not we are going to impose stiff regulations on wood smoke emissions. And this is something that the people got together and did a voter, because in reaction to the borough saying we're going to restrict your wood smoke and we're going to put regulations on your stoves. The people went out there, got signatures, got it on the ballot, voted against it, said no, you cannot regulate it. So now somebody else went out and got a voters initiative saying no, we do want it regulated. And now we have to vote again on whether or not to regulate it. Where does it end? It's making my head explode. Help me out with this.
Once they've been able to regulate it.
So wait, once they've been able to regulate it, it'll be over then? We can stop worrying about it?
Yeah, once we cede all control, obviously, then we can all be healthy and happy.
Well, isn't that, I mean, I thought we lived in a republic where you're supposed to be able to protect the rights of the minority and not just be able to outlaw behavior because enough people don't like it.